supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 27, Fields. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Fields steps away to his left. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. That's taken it around the 40. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Throwing, Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. The give is to Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This defense for the Bears, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft,
and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll try again with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A shotgun snap, Fields. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. So that one will be accepted. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Jones. A little juke. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
They go play action here on first down. This is caught. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Montgomery running right. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Right here, right here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Forced out to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Now the Bears' 6th-round pick in 2014, Pat O'Donnell on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. This time, the extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. It's a 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42. Let's go.
To throw is Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Hey, check five. Watch it divide.
Fields. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Shift. Check. Check 24. Check 24.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now it's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic. Go. Go.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Hey, Mike's 42, Mike's 42. Let's go one more.
Fields now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. David Montgomery, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears get a bit closer.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and that trims the lead down to 9. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. This complete to Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. excellent run after the catch.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Daniel Jones, 26 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Sanders now to add the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Fields. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fields on first down. Being chased out left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Flushed out right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, number 8's coming. Number 8's Mike.
Back to throw. Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that trims the lead down to 9. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jones. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
And the next-gen stats tells us he took it better than 30 yards after that catch. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin. And
Indeed, Coach. Thanks very much. And that snow you alluded to showing no signs of stopping, at least in the foreseeable future. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Second and 10. To throw again. Jones. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Back to throw. Jones. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there for the Dolphins.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Throwing Jones. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And bulldozing his way through. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. 0 turnovers in this game so far. The trend continues, but barely. Offense lucky that one went out of bounds.
Yeah, they're very fortunate because when a game's going along like this one and neither side has turned the ball over, sometimes that first one can really flip things to their advantage in this type of a game.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Daniel Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Bears 14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Play action. It's Fields. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. And glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
On third down, they go Montgomery.
Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
They snap it to Fields.
He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And this one is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jones now off the play fake. Here's Fuller with a catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, Jones.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Ronald Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Dolphins 44, Bears 14.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is Jakeem Grant. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. That's caught by Montgomery.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bears on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Second down and 8. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The return man is Grant. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Fields. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They are on to the fourth quarter in Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Pushing his way through and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 69 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 42-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down now, it's Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help